Welcome to my latest
Anyways.
case, Secret of the Scarlet
Now
Hand.
we're playing.
To start playing, choose either junior or senior detective. If you're new to adventure games or need some help, choose tutorial.
Junior.
Dear Dad, greetings from the new Deputy Curator at Beech Hill Museum in Washington, D.C. I miss you, by the way. How's Africa?
How's Africa?
I you in Ouagadougou before you move on to Nairobi. So I got the internship. Your old friend
She hit that
Franklin knows
pronunciation,
it's
though.
awfully nice to submit my name to the rest of the members of the museum's board of directors. What an opportunity while I'm in between cases. As you probably know, the museum specializes
Not the Beech
in
Hill
ancient Mayan
Museum.
culture. My supervisor is going to be Joanna Riggs, a well-known archaeologist. Maybe you've seen her name in the news recently, in conjunction with the discovery of a strange Maya monolith.
She's
Apparently,
serving.
It's created quite a buzz among experts in the field. Well,
Hi, Ty.
Beech Hill
How are
plans to
you?
feature the monolith in an upcoming exhibition. Just imagine, this
Fragile.
artifact has been buried for hundreds of years, and now it's going to be unveiled to the public for the first time. The museum is short-staffed at the moment, and they're expecting such a huge turnout that they've closed their doors to prepare. I can hardly wait to dig into this exciting project and learn how archaeologists and historians solve the mysteries of ancient cultures. I'll keep you posted. Love, Nancy.
Nancy
Oh,
Drew, I
we're in.
presume. I'm Joanna Riggs. Welcome to Beech Hill. I was just checking the lock on this display case. This is one of the museum's most treasured pieces, a carving of King Pakal.
Who is King Pakal?
Love the
Pakal
silhouette.
assumed the throne at age 12. Can you imagine? That was 615 AD. He ruled for 68 years at the height of the Maya civilization.
Is that Jade?
Yes, the Maya loved jade and used it for many of their carvings.
I'm learning.
There isn't another piece like this in the world, and it's priceless, which means I practically had to sell my own grandmother to get it.
How did the museum acquire it?
Leave it to Taylor Sinclair. He's a wizard.
Definitely
when it
not
comes to
through
these
illegal
deals.
means.
You'll meet him later. Now then, Nancy.
Uh,
You're on board at a critical time for Beech Hill.
Interning
An
at the
exhibit of
British
this
Museum.
caliber is not kid stuff. Franklin Rose assures me you're a real trooper, and I hope he's right because I'm not here to babysit. I don't care who your father is.
Well, wait till my father sues you. If there's one thing I've learned from my father, it's the value of hard work. Oh, please, Nancy.
There's one thing I've learned from my father. It's the value of hard work. Just tell me
Nancy.
where to start.
There's a list of tasks for you in the lab. Once you've knocked those off, we'll regroup.
People just don't want to work these days.
Where's the rest of the staff around here?
We've had to make some, budget cutbacks, so we'll
They
be
couldn't animate
relying
'em.
heavily on our volunteer staff. Namely, you. Besides Henrik and me, the only people who will be around to pester you are Taylor Sinclair, my ace art dealer, and Alejandro Del Rio, attaché to the Mexican consulate and executive thorn in my side.
Now, why's that? Now, why's
Tell
that?
me more about Alejandro Del Rio.
Ugh, wouldn't you rather hear about the monolith? It's
Oh.
a massive pillar of stone.
Didn't seem like I have a
nearly
choice there.
1,500 years old with Maya glyphs carved into it. We've installed it in the garden. Wait until you see it.
Not next she'll say she learned her survival skills from her mother. Too soon. Too soon.
What purpose did the monolith serve?
According to Henrik, the monolith was made at the special request of King Pakal himself, but we don't know what its purpose was.
Who's Henrik?
Henrik Vanderheun, world-renowned expert.
Now
in
that's the
Maya
name of a diva.
hieroglyphics. He's the latest addition to the Beech Hill Brain Trust. I told him I don't even want to see his pointy Vander head till he's got a translation on that monolith.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the orientation, Joanna. I'll talk to you later.
Bye!
I'll show you some pointy Vanderhead, I'll tell you what. Alright, we're in the museum. Y'all ready to learn? Y'all ready to learn something? An interview with Prudence Rutherford. Y'all remember Prudence? Venice? Come on. How did a New York society woman like yourself end up in Topeka, Kansas? Oh, no, Lizzie, thank you for the bits.
What you are, gay as fuck.
I think that was really quiet. I'll read it out again. Joanna, I know what you are. Gay as fuck. The Texas speech guys whispering. My husband, Herbert Laszlo. Oh, I have to read it like, when he go to appointed to head up the Kansas River Flood Control Project, naturally we came to Topeka. When Herbert drowned, everyone thought I would make a beeline back to New York. Wait, so they answered the... Wait, they mentioned Herbert drowning because of the dogs in Venice. Oh my god, the lore. They were thinking 10 steps ahead. The Marvelification of the Nancy Drew universe. Yes, well, I was never worried to worry about conventions, and where I come from, once a Rutherford, always a Rutherford. Oh, my stars, don't underestimate Topeka, dear. The arts are alive and well here. Oh my god, look at this necklace. Beautiful.
Topeka Commission for the Arts. How cultured.
How cultured. How cultured. I can do 2 impressions, as established canonically. I can do Mickey Mouse, and I can do Prudence Rutherford. Actually, the Prudence Rutherford and the Mickey Mouse aren't that different, now that I think about it. It kind of requires the same vocal range. So, perhaps less impressive. Alright, thank you. Exhibition. Oh. I'll take that, thank you. It's always weird to back out of things in the older games. Anything fun here? Oh. Hello? Addenda to the Palenque? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Monolith loan contract between the Republic of Mexico and Beech Hill Museum. Beech Hill shall make 2 payments of $250,000? That doesn't seem like that much. For an ancient artifact? Beech Hill shall assume full liability for $1 million? Only $1 million for the destruction of a irreplaceable artifact? Jeez, okay. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. Inflation these days. Major contributors to the Beech Hill Museum. Anyone fun? Skeeter Trudeau. Hugh Honeyham. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Hugh Honeyham. The Spangenberg family, what's their stories? Bubba Fatsis? Bubba Fatsis? Punchy LaRue! My god. The origin. Not Skeeter Trudeau is Justin's blackface name. We don't talk about her. Not now. Any other names? Yeah, these aren't that exciting.
Topeka Commission for the Arts. That's the organization Prudence Rutherford works for.
ND Fan 123. That's me. That should have been my Twitch name. Oh. Just immediately left. Well, hold on.
Good thing Franklin gave me the museum key.
Just immediately left. Do. Oh, put the key down. Alright, where is Henrik? Where is he hiding? Alright, we'll have to decide if he's sexy, everyone. I'm gonna need some opinions.
You must be Nancy, the new Deputy Curator. I'm Henrik Vanderheun.
He loves COVID protocol. That's gotta give him something. Come on. Also, I love that they gave him khakis and a tan shirt, so it just looks like he's completely nude under that lab coat. The mask stays on during. Yes.
Pleased to meet you. What are you working on?
Just some light housekeeping.
Why are you wearing that mask? Nancy's like, why are you wearing that?
Why are you wearing that mask?
Oh, these dusty old artifacts are murder on my allergies. Anyway, what can I do for you?
You should be drinking essential oils instead.
Joanna turned me loose without too many instructions. Do you have any advice for me?
Well, as you've probably heard, the museum is closed in preparation for the exhibit, so you'll have free run of the place. Please explore. The sooner you get to know your way around, the better. Think of the lab as your home base, your center of communications. Anyone who wants to get in touch with
Is he
you will
supposed to
leave
be
a note or
British?
a voicemail here, so check in often. I'm very busy with my work, so you're going to have to be pretty independent, but I suspect you wouldn't have it any other way.
He's like, I see a girl boss. I know a girl boss when I see one.
I'm curious about your work. How do you go about translating a glyph anyway?
It can be a complicated process, involving research, piecing lots of different elements together, and a healthy dose of guesswork.
Well, he didn't say research the British way, so I don't know.
So there isn't a definitive dictionary of Maya glyphs where you can look
What's in the
things up?
goofs section on the Nancy
I'm
Drew
afraid
wiki?
Not. You see, glyphs are so intricate and full of subtleties that multiple meanings may be embedded in a single glyph. So 3 distinct-looking glyphs may all translate to mean sunshine, roughly, but with different nuances. There is so much we still don't know. Lucky for me, I guess, or I'd be out of a job.
I'm sure they left the mask on because they couldn't be bothered to animate his mouth movements. I
See
mean,
you
yes.
around,
I suspect you will.
That is absolutely what happened. Budget cuts. Budget cuts, didn't you hear? Budget cuts are rampant. And we need to look at our task list first. Sort out shards of pottery and reassemble the pot. Priority, bring addenda to Monolith loan agreement to Alejandro Del Rio. Okay. Order bubble wrap. Okay. Match recorded narrations. Reorder Maya number exhibit in the main exhibit hall. Also, this is the first appearance of Sunny June, by the way. Fun lore fact. We know that guy. I think I may have left my pen in the other room, which I definitely will need for this game. Hold on. I'll be back momentarily. I got it. I got it. Yeah, I do always think it's funny as an adult, like playing these games, seeing how they saved money in like creative ways. Like in Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon, how they just have one of the characters in a mascot suit the entire time for no reason, just so they don't have to actually make another like detailed character model. I thought that was fun. Creativity, you know? A knob? God, is this the first appearance of Coco Kringles or no? Sunny June. Everyone's favorite pansexual. Alright. This is all classic Nancy Drew hints to puzzles to do at a later time. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. I will need that, though. I will need that. Move that. Do. Yes, and all the reused assets too. Do. All right, what should we do first? We can do the packing thing. We have to manually write down all the numbers in this game, probably. This old game. This is when they wanted you to suffer. 202 555 9963. That's a DC number. A DC number. Hello?
You have no voice.
Me learning how a phone works. Gen Z doesn't even know how to...
I do not understand that function. You have no voicemail. Press 9 for an outside line.
Oh my god. 9. Gen Z doesn't even know how to use a phone these days. All they know is Subway Surfers. What? Oh, I don't have to do the area code. Sorry, it's been a long time since I've had to use a phone.
Press 9 for an outside line.
I have no voicemails. Gen Z's trying to cancel Eminem. 555 9963. There we go. We got it. That wasn't that hard.
Silvio's curatorial bonanza.
That's the guy from the Haunted Carousel, no? It's definitely the same voice actor.
I'd like to place an order, please.
Have you ordered from us before?
We haven't played that game yet.
Yes, I think so. We have an account number.
Okay.
Yeah, the
good.
security guard.
That saves me a lot of paperwork. What's the account number?
BH119K.
BH119K? Beech Hill? Are you serious?
That's right.
Right, I'm the new Deputy Curator, Nancy Drew.
Well, whoop-de-doo, it's Nancy Drew. But Silvio's curatorial bonanza no longer does business with Beech Hill.
Say it
I
ain't
sent all
so.
6 of the outstanding invoices to a collection agency. And you jokers won't get another packing peanut out of Silvio Jr. ever. Do not call here again.
Well, that's done, I guess. I wouldn't say we ordered it, but that's done. Easy. Easy. What else should we do? Ooh. This feels like I shouldn't be in here. But here I am, nonetheless. Check. Nancy's used to getting yelled at on the phone. It's no biggie. That is so pixelated. I'm supposed to read that? Uh-oh. Doop 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 doo doo. Sunny, what you got in here? Floppy disk. Good, good, good. Good stuff. We could go see Alejandro. Alejandro. Let's walk around the museum first. Before we do that, we have to explore. Ooh, thank you. Take that. Sorry, I shouldn't have baited you and immediately changed my mind. Because we have to meet one of the other characters over here, so we might as well do that beforehand. Sorry about it. Love the music, though. Thank you. Let's go see the monolith. Love the vibes in this room, by the way. The vibes in this museum room, immaculate.
This side looks damaged.
Y'all ready for the man of your dreams? Uh-oh, did the game crash?
Nancy Drew, or should I say, Detective Drew. I'm Sinclair.
What do we think, fellas? What do we think? Another hottie on the scene. Now can we get an Auntie Shlee emote? But y'all love me. That was a well-timed scream.
Who told you I was a detective?
I was at a meeting with the
Is it bad he
BOD
reminds me of
recently, and I caught
Arglefump?
wind of your appointment and your credentials. Very impressive, if I do
Don't say
so
that.
myself.
Shh.
The BOD?
That would be the board of directors, those cranky old cats. They do keep the ducks squared away around here, I'll give them that.
Apologies.
how's
Apologies
for
to
a
this man.
specimen? Ever seen $1 million worth of rock before?
I'm sure Nancy has.
Do diamonds count?
Ouch. Well, they did say you were sharp. Seriously, though, thank goodness you're here. I'm afraid the museum may be in terrible jeopardy.
What kind of jeopardy?
Joanna told me to butt out, but I'm so fond of Beech Hill, I just hate to see it fall prey to scoundrels.
What scoundrels?
It's a sensitive subject. Meet me in my office later and I'll explain everything then.
He is just creating drama, isn't he?
Where's your office?
707 Bing Cherry Boulevard. I've got to go. Enjoy your first day at Beech Hill.
All right, this man is luring us to his office. I'm sure there's nothing wrong with that. I'm sure there's nothing wrong with that. All right, let's go see Alejandro, okay? We've waited long enough. Oop. If I don't accidentally look at the museum stuff. Let's get out of here. Not Lucy, thank you for the bits. Was that too loud? I'm sorry it scared you, Hotchkiss. Oh no. Remember when Not Lizzie scared me with the sound alerts? It was a little loud? Okay. I'll turn her down. I'll save first. And save. I don't know why my mouse sensitivity is up so high. You thought it was a virus? You thought auto? Give it to me, mistress. What did I have it at before? Dang it. Okay, I put it there. And if it's too quiet next time, I can just replay it, you know. Don't want anyone to feel robbed of their sounds. Okay. Continue. All right, babe alert. I think he was, what, number 9 on Arglefump's list, if I remember correctly? Know your rights.
How may I help you?
Hello, sir.
Buenos
Let's see Nancy
dias.
speak Spanish.
Me llamo Nancy Drew. I have some paperwork for you regarding the
There you
loan
go,
of the
she tried.
Palenque monolith to Beech Hill.
So, you're Joanna Riggs' newest pirate in training. How does it feel to join the ranks with the modern-day conquistadors?
Get her, Jade. Get her.
Conquistadors?
You had better brush up on your history, young lady. When the Spanish explorers invaded Mexico, they became known as the conquistadors.
Oh,
or
thank you, Not
conquerors.
Lizzie. I wish the
They
text-to-speech
robbed the
wasn't so
indigenous
quiet.
peoples of their wealth, not just their gold, but their artwork, their sacred objects. Anything they did not steal, they burned to the ground.
Speak on it. Alejandro, I understand that many crimes were committed in the name of exploration, but that was hundreds of Nancy, do you blame Joanna and the modern day art collectors for something that happened long before they were born? Oh my god, Nancy, both of these answers are bad. Oh my god, Nancy, please. Nancy's one of those, slavery was hundreds of years ago. Get over it, people. Oh no. Oh no.
Alejandro, I understand that many crimes were committed in the name of exploration.
No media training.
That was hundreds of years ago. What does this have to do with Beech Hill?
There is more. In the 19th century, archaeologists discovered the ruins of ancient civilizations predating even the Aztecs. Many of the dig sites were robbed, and the stolen artifacts were sold off to art museums and collectors around the world. Today, finally, it is illegal among most civilized nations to remove an artifact from its native country. But sadly, there are thousands of precious antiquities with highly questionable provenance floating around the Western world.
Get 'em. Ugh, the British Museum. The British Museum. The way there's an empty spot in Athens waiting for the British Museum to fucking return her. My god. I'll never get over it. Never get over it. I see. Well, I should probably get going. Nancy, good god. But Joanna only wants to display this artwork to celebrate it so the public will be able to enjoy it and learn about your people's great... Good god, Nancy.
What do you mean by questionable provenance?
An artifact's provenance is the story of its origin and ownership. For example, how it made its way from a temple at Chichen Itza to a museum in Washington, D.C. If the artifact's provenance reveals that it has been stolen, then that artifact must be returned to the country of its origin.
Yeah. There you go. Makes sense to me.
Then the relics at Beech Hill must all be legitimate, right?
No, not
Hi,
at all.
Hudsonizer. We're learning about
Foreign documents
colonization.
are often tampered with or forged to cover up the theft. Because of this, thefts continue and a great deal of art is moved on the black market, even today. Unethical art dealers and greedy museum curators do nothing to stop this.
You know, at least her interactive put this in the game. Like, had a character... I feel like they're trying to set it up that, like, his motivation for whatever crime is because he's motivated by colonization and, like, that would be bad. When his people were robbed 1,000 times over. So I don't know if that equals out. I don't know. It's a toss-up. And to you, these people are no better than pirates? Nancy!
Are you suggesting Beech Hill is
Nancy,
involved in
that's
these
not a good option. We're not saying that.
killings?
If Joanna Riggs or that overstuffed pillowhead Sinclair had any decency, they would take measures to see that all Maya artifacts were returned to Mexico at once where they belong.
Well, I think I'll have to chew on... Good God.
Well, I think I'll have to chew on some of these issues for a while, Alejandro. In the meantime, I
God,
do need
Nancy.
you to sign off on these changes to the loan
Drag
agreement for
her.
the monolith. Do you mind?
I am still not happy that such a rare find will have its debut exhibition on American soil. But in my country, too, there are people for whom money talks. I will take those documents now.
Oh, I have to hand it to him. Sorry, I was moved.
Thank you. I have some business with Joanna at the museum later, so I will return the contract to her then, after I have looked it over.
Nancy said, but if we return the artifacts, how will I be able to see them?
Are you sure? I don't mind waiting.
You may consider your mission accomplished.
Well, okay then.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Dear Dad, greetings from the...
Well, what did we learn today, class? We learned that Nancy sides with the oppressors. Well, did we learn that, or did we already know that? Nancy's going to be posting an infographic on her Instagram later today. Absolutely. But it'll get so much engagement, guys. It checks out. It's all good.
Oh, my fears are like maggots infesting my poor old carcass. Want a cookie? They're from Oaxaca.
Don't take a cookie from any person who looks like this. Not to profile, don't take a cookie from someone who looks like this. Thanks, but I'm trying to cut back. No. Why are all these options bad?
In jeopardy. I need to know why.
The art world is being ransacked, Nancy. Prudence Rutherford, a major patron of the arts, had her fire ruby necklace stolen from her villa in Topeka.
Not her villa in Topeka.
A whole display case full of rare Maya artifacts was heisted from a museum in New Mexico.
The tragedy. I hate his mustache. What if these mustaches make a comeback? Because I feel like mustaches had a moment, like a year or two ago, like the thicker 70s ones. What if this is the next big thing? What if this is the next big thing? I just want a villa in Topeka, you know?
What does this have to do with Beech Hill?
I'm just telling you, this community, our friends and colleagues, my people are being
Not your
systematically
people.
trounced by thugs. Who's to say Beech Hill won't be next? You've got to do something.
That was a word that he just used. Okay, we're definitely in Washington, D.C., though, let me tell you. This is just a typical conversation with a Deloitte bro after a long day in the Navy Yard. We're not going to address that.
Does Joanna share your concerns?
I've urged Joanna to approach the board about making some security upgrades, but she just keeps saying that the timing isn't right to ask for money.
I understand your concern, but what
Oh,
can
good
I
night,
do to help?
Intrepid.
We need your eagle eyes. We need your bat ears. We need you to sniff out the stink of trouble.
Michaela Skinner would love this game.
I appreciate the vote of confidence, but I'm just a detective, you know. I'm not bionic.
Don't play modest mouse with me.
Do, 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 do.
Okay, no more flattery. Hey, that's an interesting piece. There by
Beautiful.
your desk. Something tells me it's not a Maya artifact.
How about that rubber shark? The artist's name is Poppy Dada.
Typical.
She's a teenager in South Dakota. The art world is going bananas over her stuff. I'll unload that one for some serious dinero.
Is Poppy Dada her real name?
I don't know.
Oh, that was the conversation. Okay.
Alejandro says you're unethical. A modern
Confront him.
conquistador.
Applying what we
Robbing
learned.
Mexico of its cultural history.
And I say Alejandro is the real bully of the playground. A lunch money extortionist who loves nothing more than to see the other boys and girls go hungry.
And how does that line up, would you say? Logically. Yeah, and also he can't be a bully, he's hot. That literally makes no sense. She's learning and reflecting, y'all. Give her some credit.
Joanna says you performed an act of wizardry in helping Beech Hill acquire the Pakal carving.
Getting those provenance docs together was a pig and a half. Oh, they're on the up and up, I assure you.
Mm-hmm.
To have been at the height of my career back before the crackdown. Those were the days.
Now, this is the Michaela Skinner of it all. Before the woke mob stopped me from stealing artifacts left and right.
Crackdown.
Maybe sometime I'll tell you a sad story I call How Mexico Lost Its Sense of Humor. Not today, though, Nancy.
That's my Preminger scream.
When you sell a piece of art,
And we're working for him?
what kind of commission do you get?
Standard, 10%. It's no king's ransom, unless, of course, you sell something for $1 million. Too bad I'm not allowed to put that monolith on the market, huh?
I forgot how crazy this game is.
I'd better get going.
See you around.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, thank you, K-Stubbs. Okay. Who the frick punch? Kiss Ross. Well, we don't have time to unpack all of that. Get back to our unpaid internship, perhaps. Or PM. Doop, 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 doop. What else do we have to do? What else is on the agenda? What? Hello? Hello? Yes?
Beech Hill's been hit.
Oh no!
Tight, Nancy. The police are on their way.
Get down, Mr. President! The drama. Yeah, I didn't think we had done everything to trigger that. But okay.
I should talk to Joanna before I touch anything.
Off to a speedy start. Our speed run's going well. Alright, I guess we have to talk to Joanna then. The next day. I think so.
Come in.
Hello? Hello?
Someone has cooked up my worst nightmare and served it to me on a plate.
That's a good expression. I should use that.
I'm sorry about the theft, Joanna. It must be a terrible loss for the museum.
That's the understatement of the year.
Did the police find any clues around the display case?
The police took some samples for the crime lab, but they couldn't promise any overnight results. So if you want to put your little magnifying glass up to the scene, it's fine with me.
Yay!
I'll let you know if I find anything.
I love this
Go
unpaid
do it.
internship. Oh wait, I
Need
want to
something?
ask her something. Do you think...
Do you think Alejandro would go to extreme measures, like stealing, to reclaim Mexico's artifacts?
And
Who
good for him
knows?
if he did. Who knows? I love her insight. Hot take. Yeah, none of this is,
I've
none of
got
this is
work to
important.
do.
Semper ubi saboobi.
What did you say to me? No, really. What did you say to me? I don't think you can say that anymore. I don't think she's supposed to say that. I don't think they have an HR department here. Limited staff. Well. As usual, don't have time to unpack that. We're on a speed run. Sort out shards. Did that. Oh, I could look at the crime scene. I already forgot. I'm so focused on my tasks. I love my tasks. Where do we do the pottery thing? Oh, hello, Henrik.
There. Now I can start putting this together.
Yes. Oh my god. We gotta think in 3D. Think in portals. Bad start. Bad start. Can I just say? come literally none of these fit? What the heck? Nope. Man, why am I stinking so bad? Am I missing a piece? Do I not have a bottom piece? Oh no. We're good. There we go. There we go. Rotate, please. It's all coming together.
That's done.
Beautiful. We did that. I can't believe they just let the unpaid intern put together these ancient vases. And you know Nancy didn't wash her hands before she did that. Or wear gloves. Did that. Alright. Reorder Maya numbering exhibit. Match record. Let's look at the crime scene first. That sounds hard. Okay. That's not the crime scene. Where's the crime scene? There you are. Cull artifact. Not much to go off there. Oh, do I need that? I think I might need that. Got that. Nailed it. Oop. I think I need Sunny's floppy disk, actually, for the numbering thing. Actually, let's do that. Let's do that. Nancy's got to call it a day. You know, work-life balance is important. Work-life balance is so important. Nancy's a big supporter of that. Anything fun? Oh, just staring at the alarm clock. How do I get out? Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. There we go. I figured it out.
I need a disc. I need a disc.
What is this if not a disc?
I need a disc. I need a disc.
Oh, that's okay. I got it. Please enter your password. Dang it. I tried everything. I finally looked up what Semper Ubi Sububi means. Apparently she's reminding Nancy to always wear underwear. Okay, well she definitely can't be saying that to her employee then. Huh? Then that's definitely not allowed. Alright, gotta put a space in. Stuff to forget. System login. S-June, system password, space baby. Do we need that? S-June, space baby. Temple quizzes. We don't have to do that yet. We do not have to do that yet. Oh, is that all that is? The narration stuff. I definitely know the following. Alright, I'm gonna take a picture of this, because we're definitely gonna need this. Thank you. Yep. And... oh, that's it. Stuff to remember. Okay, yeah. We need to know all of this. This big block of text for the numbering thing. Oh my god, it keeps going. Well, we might as well read it, I guess. 0 looks like a turtle shell, but no turtle. 1 dot, 2 dot, 1 bar is 5. Okay. A bar with a dot next to it is 5 plus 1 is 6. So 3 bars and a dot, 16. Okay. Here's the catch. If it doesn't look exactly like a dot or a bar, it doesn't count. Squiggles, ovals, incomplete dots, crooked bars. Okay, those don't count. Okay. Some gods also represent numbers. One has fish lips, a really big nose, and a set of good teeth. 2 has a big hat with 5 fingers. Okay. This we're gonna need for sure. And then 11, he just doesn't know. Very helpful. Okay. I feel like I got that. I feel like I got that on lock. Oh my god, Togo! Puppy! Puppy! What a baby. What time is it? I can't read clocks. Oh, it's only 10:30. We can go back. We got this. Can we look at Nancy's suitcase? No. No, we cannot. The way the metro still looks the same, like 25 years later. Uh-oh. Did it freeze? Oh, no, we're good. Okay. Put that down. So the numbering puzzle is over here. There we go. The 0? Let me look. Let me look. 1 dot is 1. Is that 1? Has 1 dot? Oh, 1. Is that 0, actually? Wait. 1 has fish lips, a really big nose, and a set of good teeth. Nose and a set of good teeth. None of them have teeth. This one? Maybe? Oh, don't apologize, sewer drain. Beech Hill has been robbed. They've been hit. But we're doing a number puzzle right now. We're sorting stuff. We actually, we've only been playing for like 40 minutes, so we haven't made too much progress. Everyone in this game is racist. Except for Alejandro, I think is what we've concluded. 2 has a big hat with 5 fingers and a semi-oval in it. Big hat, 5 fingers. None of them have fingers. It has a big hat with 5 fingers and a semi-oval in it. Oh, the hat has fingers. This one? Or actually this one. 3 looks like a doctor. It's gotta be this one. 4 has his or her tongue sticking out. Tongue sticking out. Tongue sticking out. I don't know if any of them have their tongue sticking out. I'm not really seeing the vision there. This is the game where the man looks shirtless with the lab coat. I was saying that earlier. 5 has wrinkles and a fancy hat. Wrinkles and a these are bad description. This one? Maybe? 6 wears an eye patch with an X on it. That's definitely this one. 7 wears rectangular glasses. And a small oval on the forehead. I guess this one. Not confident about that. 8 has a curly forehead ornament and a peace symbol on the cheek. Wait, we're out of people. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Has a beard or acne. Drag him. Looks like death, no nose, and removable jaw. If I remember correctly, not all the faces he describes are in the puzzle. Sunny June. You rapscallion. Well, that just throws everything out the window. Okay, well then, fuck it. Well, I said that this one was 1, so I'm gonna go with that. I'll do the numbers. That's 7. Is that in the right spot? 7's in the right spot. 1, 2, 3, 4. 14. That's 14, okay. 1, 2, 3, 18. Okay, that's in the right spot. Right? Yeah. It's in the right spot. 12. 12 is here. And then... and then... That one, that one, that one. Man, Sunny June threw me off. Threw me for a loop. What is this one? 15, 16. It should be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one's right. We already did that one. So should we do 1, 2, 3, 4? Is this just 4? Yeah. Because it's 4 dots and then nothing else. And then that's 5. Because there's 1 horizontal. Okay. That's... Yeah, that's 8. This is 10. That should be there. This is 17. No. Yes? There's also the 0 in there. 17. And then 16. 15's right. And then is that all the numbered ones? Did we do all the numbered ones? I'm trying to think. I think so. Okay, now we just got to do the faces ones, I think. I'm doing the Hotchkiss strategy without even looking at the chat. Okay. So, that one I think is right, and that one I think is right. I remember feeling more confident about that one. And then that one maybe. And then,
That looks right.
Did it! Did it! Save! Okay. Continue! Thank you! How do I back away? Oh god. How do I back away?
That looks right.
Thank you! Oh god. There we go. Okay, I was scared. I was scared for a second, but it's fine. It is A-okay. Alright, so let's do the audio thing next. Oh. Hello? There we go. Nailing it. Oh my gosh, have you ever seen those museums where they use 3DSs as audio guides? It's incredible. I remember when Dan and I went to the Louvre a couple years ago, we were like, why are there so many epic gamers around here with their 3DSs out? Turns out it's the official audio guide for the Louvre on 3DS exclusively. All right, so which ones does Sonny say that he already knew? Sonny says, okay, he's got B, E, E, F, H, I, K, L, M, N, O. Hang on. So what does that leave? It leaves A, C, D, F. A, C, D, and then I guess we should double check just to make sure he actually got it right. Do. All right. D. D's not on here. Okay, we got to figure that out. What about... Is B correct? Oh. A. Oh, it goes like that. It goes horizontal. B is 8. Okay. C is 5. C, we don't know. D, we don't know. E goes with 1. The music stopped for a second. Okay. That is 1. F goes with 6. Okay, yeah. So all of them are right. We just need to find okay. Wait, are we missing L too? Or missing G and J. And then we need to look at the maps that he gave us as well. Hang on. I can stop goofing up this navigation. Okay. So where is A? I am definitely going to get lost. A is over here. Right? A is this one?
The Maya used different methods to represent numbers. Here is an example.
Okay, yeah, so that's wrong. What is this one on?
It's locked.
It's on the ham radio. Okay. Let's go back. I'm just going to do this the tedious way. Perhaps not the most efficient way. So we need to set this. Oh, they're talking about the ham radio.
Although the geographic range of Maya cities is well known,
Archaeologists work in some of the most remote areas of the world. Ham radios.
Okay. That's probably right. We'll go with that. And then what's next? C? C? And that's how Sue sees it. C. Oh, C is over here. Oh, I'm gonna have an extra hard time finding this. So C is this one?
Archaeologists work in some of the most remote areas of the world.
Okay, yeah, that's wrong.
Ham radios are often the only means of contact.
Bicephalic altar. Bicephalic monster.
Amateur radio.
Anya Pasa. Bicephalic, I think, is what we need. I'm just guessing. Archaeologists work with some of the most remote technology in the world.
Ceramic bowls such as the one featured in this
Love a bowl.
The Maya were pantheistic.
Bowls superior to plates, I said it.
gods who ruled. Lady Zach Cook ruled Palenque before her son ascended the throne. I am Lord Pakal, ruler of the mighty kingdom.
Nice.
The Maya kings were often in a protracted state of strange, supernatural creatures, sometimes called
Bicephalic.
monsters.
Boom. What's next? D? Where's D? D. Okay, D's by the temple. D's by the temple. Is D on this side? This? Huh? Eh?
Maya scribes recorded the official history of the kings and queens, but very little is known about daily life
Is that
in the
D?
Mayan world.
That sounds right.
Although there are thousands of inscriptions found on artifacts and architecture, there are
I don't think that's D. Oh, D is this.
Supernatural creatures, sometimes called monsters.
Oh, yeah. Well, this should be about the number system. Durr. Durr. Okay. Oops, I skipped one. No, not that one.
Zach Cook ruled Palenque before
Let him cook.
the Maya were pantheistic.
Ceramic bowls, such as archaeologists work in some.
Although the geographic range of Maya cities is well.
The Maya used different methods
Boom.
to represent numbers.
Okay, G. G. G, G. Where is G? G is...
The date on this slab
Is this G?
Solkin,
Oh, yeah.
or divine calendar, made up of 20 weeks each with a named day and 13
Replicas
weeks
a
each with
body
a
shaping device. Okay. Do do do. And
Lady Zach Cook ruled
no.
Maya were.
Ceramic bowl. Archaeologists work.
Although the geographic range of
The Maya used different.
Maya scribes
In addition to adorning themselves with jewelry and costumes,
That's
the
probably
Maya
it.
shaped their bodies to heighten
Okay.
their
One more. One more.
beads were dangled in front of infants' faces to encourage crossed eyes, a trait considered attractive to the Maya.
We should bring that back. Bring that beauty standard back. Let's have everyone walk around cross-eyed. How about that? Thoughts? Thoughts? Okay. And this
In
J?
addition to adorning themselves with
Oh,
jewelry and
yeah, that's wrong. The Rutherford slab.
to heighten their beauty.
God, I need a slab named after me.
Infants' faces to encourage
I crossed my eyes so much as a child I legit think I fucked up my eye muscles a little bit. Wasn't it always terrifying when you would cross your eyes and your parents would be like, if you're not careful, it'll stick that way. Stuff of nightmares. Which one's J? Not J.
the Maya ball game.
The Rutherford slab.
As well as
ritualized bloodletting was a
the four miniature gods clinging to the vision serpent.
For the
Band twins, Hun Ahau and Balam.
Lady Pakal.
The date on this slab uses the Tzolk'in
Slab.
divine calendar.
More like slay. Think I got it, but also Nancy didn't say anything, so that's suspicious. As a lazy eye girly, I would love for that beauty standard to return. I'm telling you, trends for 2024. I love those people on TikTok, but I mean, they've existed everywhere where they're like, I'm predicting the next upcoming trends, so you're ahead of it. I predict that brown is going to be really popular in fall. And it's like, now, Nostradamus, how did you see that coming, you know?
I'd better check to see if I'm done with that.
Am I not done? What'd I miss? What'd I miss? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I really don't want to have to do all of them. An ophthalmologist told me I should cross my eyes, and it really annoyed my mom because it grosses her out, and I had a justification. It's for your benefit.
Maya scribes recorded.
I don't remember what it is anymore. One of them wrong? I don't know why I'm looking as if that's going to change anything. Wait, did we check E?
In addition to
Where's
adorning
E?
themselves with jewelry and costumes,
Where's
Maya
E?
shaped their bodies to heighten their beauty.
Yeah, I remember that. We put that on a different one, though, didn't we? Maybe that's what's wrong. Let me see. What's E? E is... Ooh, bad at telling my left and my rights. E is... in the middle. Oh, it's this one. The unusual... Oh, it should be about the jade.
In addition to adorning themselves with jewelry.
I see, I see. Okay, yeah, this one's wrong. This one is also wrong. Don't panic. They said it's good to stretch the eyes. You know, I didn't know that. We should all be crossing our eyes a little more often. I think there would be less wars, perhaps, if people cross their eyes. You know? Makes people seem a little more human.
It was a religious activity as well as a spectator sport.
Ritualized bloodletting was a common practice.
When are we going to do some ritualized bloodletting, though?
The date on this slab.
Strange soup. The Maya kings were...
I am Lord Pakal, ruler of the mighty kingdom of Palenque.
I guess that's it. Nancy still isn't saying anything, though, which is making me nervous. Nancy, why aren't you saying anything? Don't make me look through all of them. Oh, I didn't check this one. G, did we not do G?
The date on this slab uses the Tzolk'in or
Oh, did we not do G? Okay. I think G is what we've missed now. I wonder how many people had blood kinks in societies with ritualized bloodletting. They were like, is somebody gonna match my freak? And it turns out several people, in fact, were. Several people matched their freak. Kind of a rough time for blood to be your kink now. Well, are vampires just humans with a blood kink? Question. Question. Where's G? Think about it.
The date on this slab uses the...
What do we have?
The date on this slab uses the Tzolk'in.
Oh, yeah, that's wrong. I thought we set that one. Am I crazy? Did we set the... Did I maybe set the wrong one by accident? I could have sworn we already looked at that one. Yeah, maybe I did the wrong one by accident.
Strange supernatural creatures, sometimes called...
The date on this slab...
Is it a kink if they need blood to keep existing? Well, what if it's the Vampire Diaries rules where they can still live, but they just aren't as powerful?
Bloodletting was a common practice among the Maya.
The Maya ball game was a
There,
religious
that
activity
looks like it's
as
in
well
order.
as a spectator sport. Players would propel a rubber ball through a small stone hoop using their thighs.
She's still talking.
And forearms.
I guess she's gonna keep talking.
That the players were often sacrificed.
We're just gonna keep learning. It's like a podcast in the background. Oh, she's done. We did it! Oh, that was easy. What am I supposed to do with this? The question. I guess we can call... We have voicemails.
Nancy, hi. It's Franklin Rose.
Franklin Rose.
It's just... This theft is very bad news for the museum. You can't imagine the limb we went out on to acquire that Pakal carving.
So sad.
It's one of the museum's main attractions. I don't want to take you away from your internship, but
please,
if you can
no.
do a little investigating, well, I think I speak for the whole board when I say we'd be very grateful. Give me a call when you have a chance. And Nancy, thanks.
To replay messages, press 0.
I will certainly give you a call. Okay. Let's see if I can manage this time. What if I told y'all that I picked the middle name Franklin for myself because of Mr. Rose? Did you really? I love that. I love that. That's a deep cut. We need to get you on the Her Interactive PR list. 555-1441.
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose, how may I direct your call?
This is Nancy Drew.
Oh,
calling
I don't
for
pick.
Franklin Rose, please.
Just a minute, please.
Nancy, hello. Do you have any news?
Not really, but something tells me this case is going to get complicated.
Oh, Nancy, you zero in on a case like a heat-seeking missile, don't you?
Nothing gets past Nancy.
Knowing you're going to follow up on every lead. I'll help in any way I can.
Okay, bud.
Thanks, Mr. Rose.
That's what I'm here for.
Wait, that was it? He just called to be like, you're doing great work, kid. I love ya. All right, well, thanks. Appreciate it. Anything else we should be doing? Yeah, just some words of affirmation. I don't know, I guess we should head back. I've accomplished everything on my to-do list and Henrik is missing. Well, it's 4 p.m. Nearly quitting time, I suppose. Can you blame him? If I recall correctly, I think you do have to call Bess and George to progress the game a little bit. Tragic, I know. So maybe that's what we'll do. Make some calls. Yeah, what time is it? Yeah, it's only 4 p.m. The night is young. Alright. 1, 5, 2, 3, 5, 5, 5. 4, 4, 6, 8. Nailed it!
Hello?
Hey, Bess, it's me, Nancy. What's new?
It's pouring rain. George and I are in the middle of a heated game of Go Fish, and I'm winning. Don't believe a word
Ugh,
she says.
they're living my dream.
Last hand, I made mincemeat out of her. Anyway, we don't want to make you homesick. How's the internship going?
Everything was going great until someone broke into a display case and stole one of the museum's most valuable artifacts. A jade carving of King Pakal.
Who was King Pakal?
He's considered
Imagine
one of the
not even
great
knowing who
Maya
King Pakal
rulers.
is.
He reigned at the height of the Maya civilization.
So what happened?
Well, apparently the civilization was never quite the same after he died.
No, silly, with the theft. What happened with the
Kind of like when
theft?
Leslie
Who are your
Jordan died.
suspects? Do you have any clues?
Easy, ladies. Let's just say that so far, I have more questions than I do answers. But don't worry.
Easy, ladies. Easy. Calm down.
Internship.
Honestly, Nancy, it never will cease to amaze me how one girl
Nancy living for the drama.
trouble.
I can't say I wouldn't do the same.
Have you seen anything in the papers about Beech Hill getting the deal with Mexico to display the Palenque monolith?
The who?
The monolith.
Y'all
It's
know
a
about the
giant block
Palenque
of
monolith?
stone recently excavated from a cave near Palenque in Mexico. Apparently it's a very big deal. They think it's 1,500 years old.
So, have you seen it? This, monolith?
Yeah, it's humongous. Must weigh a ton.
Like how big? As big as a refrigerator?
Maybe Bigfoot's refrigerator.
Sorry, Nancy,
Got
but
him.
how would a person tell this monolith apart from, say, some other big rock?
Well, for one thing,
God damn it,
has Maya
Bess.
glyphs carved into it.
Or George.
Pictures that represent words or ideas, also known as logographs. Joanna says the glyphs
I'm gonna
might
say
be a
this
message
real
from
slow,
King
Bess and
Cacao.
George.
What kind of message?
We don't know yet. Henrik Vanderheun, Beech Hill's epigrapher, is working on a translation. Detective Drew, requesting hint, please.
Maybe you should do some work in the lab to see what the handprint was made with. Sounds like a job for the Spectro.
How'd you know I had the handprint?
Analyzer.
You're watching us.
I'll talk to you later, ladies.
We'll be waiting for an update.
Later, ladies. Later. All right. Well, I can do that. No problem. I thought we would need, like... I thought we would need a tutorial on how to match the handprint. I didn't realize we could just do it. Just do it! Really topical meme reference from me. Really topical. Everyone's favorite meme from 2015, I think. Doop, 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 doop. Man, no one else is here. Just me. No one else wants to work these days. Do not operate without permission.
Messing around with this without permission.
Well, do you think Joanna's here? Oh god, she's gonna leave at like 5. I have to navigate quickly. Will I do it? Will I do it in time? Oh my god, Joanna! Ugh. Oh, she's
Need
here.
something?
Thank god.
I'm curious about the red handprint the thief left.
Since when does Nancy
Does it
care
have
about
any
rules anyway?
significance in Maya culture?
Afraid I can't help you there. What I want to know is what the hand was printed with. It's obviously not finger paint. Why don't you do a little analysis on it in the lab?
Have you seen Henrik? I found a piece of paper inside the Pakal display case. It had some glyphs on it and a print of a red hand. I'm hoping he can give me a translation.
What am I, fish food? Henrik's not the only one around here who can read a glyph.
What am I?
you know.
Fish food? Give it to me, you see?
Sorry, Joanna. I thought I was supposed to go to Henrik with all my glyph questions.
The police showed me the note. It said, "The magician suffers yellow death," whatever that means. Apparently, the thief just couldn't come up with the glyphs for "The Curator suffers flaming purple disgrace."
Boom, got him. She's got a lot of zingers, huh?
I've got work to do.
Semper ubi sabubi.
You gotta stop saying that, babe. You gotta... Someone's gonna find out you're saying this to the unpaid intern, and they're gonna have a problem with it. It's kind of inevitable. Alright, analysis time. Analysis time. Get that in there. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, it takes a minute, huh?
Okay, I've got a graph of the chemical used for the handprint. Now I've got to match it up with a known substance.
Oh. Ah!
That's it.
HGS. What do you think that stands for? Hey, girls. It's the best I got. Oh god, how do I back away? Gotta turn it off because Nancy's a nerd. Human growth semen. Blech.
According to this chart, HG stands for mercury.
Oh, so we should lick it, is what you're saying. We should lick it.
Stands for sulfur. So the handprint was made from mercury and sulfur.
Nailed it. Beautiful. Look at us solving things. Well, I don't think we can do anything else at the museum today. I think Joanna's gone. We can go talk to our favorite little mustache man, though. The power of Hotchkiss's mind. Listen. Hotchkiss is on the clock for their own unpaid internship, okay? They gotta save their mental space for that.
It's a fiasco, just as I feared. Oh, I'm sick about the whole thing.
I love that he has a smirk when he's like, oh my god, can you believe it? I just can't handle it. That's the face he makes. And honestly, me too.
Yes, your fears seem to have been quite visionary.
I was in the museum when it happened.
What?
Have you spoken to the police?
I told them everything I know.
Nancy's a narc.
Up my brains right there on the table.
So, do you think this is linked
It's
to
all
the
connected
thefts in
to Topeka.
New Mexico?
That awful red hand was left on Prudence Rutherford's jewelry box in Topeka and on the display case in the museum in New Mexico. What's the chance they're not connected?
It goes all the way to the top. This man's been on Reddit.
Why do you think the thief is leaving this red handprint?
To be a gruesome scoundrel?
Do you know Prudence Rutherford personally?
Oh, we saw each other at functions now and then. Poor Prudence. She adored that necklace.
I'm sure Prudence is just fine.
The Pakal thief's glyph message
I'm sure she's
translates
just
to,
fine.
The magician suffers yellow death. What in the world do you think that means?
You've got me there.
I'd better get going.
See you around.
Well, I don't know if we really learned anything from that conversation, but we sure did talk about him. I love when we always disparage Carson Drew for being a lawyer when Schlee was also one. Well, you're not a lawyer if you don't make fun of lawyers and hate yourself. That's kind of the golden rule. Kind of the golden rule. Why do you think every lawyer you've ever met, when you vaguely express an interest in law school, is like, don't do it. Don't go to law school. It's because we're miserable people. Because we're miserable, insufferable people. When I went to law school, it was an entire class of everyone who just goes, imagine an entire lecture hall of people like that. Nightmare. Nightmare. And some of my dear friends, and I should say some of my dearest friends from law school, we love. I'm actually going to visit one this weekend. Love her. But insufferable people. There we go. It is fun to say, actually. Lord knows I do it. Lord knows I do it. Do. Let's go talk to Alejandro, huh? I'm guessing there has to be a lot of crossover with lawyers and theater kids. I would say so, for sure. I mean, especially if they did mock trial in college. That literally is theater and lawyering combined, so I could see it.
Hello, Nancy.
Have you heard? The Pakal carving was stolen from the museum.
Well, I heard the alarms going off, but it wasn't until Henrik called me that I heard the news.
Not you don't sound very concerned.
So, you were in the museum at the time?
I was dropping off the monolith agreement for Joanna, as I said I would.
Did you see anything suspicious?
I was running late. I just figured somebody tripped a wire and I kept going. Whew.
I'll need to alert the police so they can ask you some Nancy! We're not doing this. The one guy I know who became a lawyer used to give 30-minute plus presentations in elementary school for 5-minute assignments. Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Odd, but I didn't see you.
I was there on business, Nancy, not for tea.
Nancy, however, there for the tea, obviously.
Joanna is beside herself over the loss, you know.
Yeah,
She will
he
get her
is too.
insurance money and forget about Pakal in no time.
Yeah. Yeah. And Alejandro wasn't impacted by the stolen artifacts, Nancy. You are awfully... Oh my god.
What about the Pakal carving?
Nancy.
See it in a case
She's
at
so
Beech
bitter
Hill
in this
and
game.
Lost forever?
That artifact was lost to me as soon as it left Mexican soil. So my friend Pakal goes underground for a while until he is sold again. Suddenly, he turns up in Amsterdam or Hong Kong. Unless he is rightfully repatriated to Mexico, what's the difference?
Yeah, I get it.
Do you know much about Maya glyphs?
You've got me there. I know Spanish, English, Portuguese, and several indigenous languages, including Quiche and Nahuatl.
Go off.
I've yet to learn the language of glyphs.
Okay, multilingual.
I should get back to the museum.
Yes, you should.
He's like, yes, leave me alone, please. Polyglot King, that's a fancy word. Polyglot? What does that mean? Is that another word for multilingual? That's fancy. I like that. I wonder if the actor who was voicing Alejandro is actually Mexican and that's his actual accent. I don't know. I don't know. I know he played the sheriff in Shadow Ranch too. It means you know at least 5 languages. Ooh, that is a good word. That's an excellent word. I like that. Oh, we should tell Joanna what the stuff was made out of. In fact.
Need something?
I did the chemical analysis you suggested. That red hand was printed with a compound containing mercury and sulfur. Does that mean anything to you?
Sure, cinnabar. The Maya would
Oh, the
their
girlies
most
know
important
cinnabar.
carvings to add definition to the artist's lines.
Where would a person get a supply of cinnabar?
We use cinnabar here at the museum the same way the Maya did, to keep things as authentic as possible. Henrik orders those kinds of supplies, but we've been out of stock for quite a while. The last I heard, there was some kind of holdup with the distributor.
Apparently, a Topeka woman named Prudence Rutherford has recently been
A woman in Topeka.
thief too. Do you have any idea how I might get
Was
in
this
touch
game
with her?
sponsored by
Afraid I
Topeka?
can't help you there.
I haven't seen Henrik since the theft. Where do you think he could be?
Who knows?
She exited me out of that conversation. Who knows? All right, babe. Joanna is lost and confused, and I can't say I blame her. He is voiced by a guy named Gary Hoffman. Well, I guess we don't know for sure based on his name. Nothing is confirmed. That is not promising. Is there a number maybe for the cinnabar thing? Framing tools. Mercuric sulfide. Aha. 555-6766. Oh. Do I need to know the account number? Yeah, we'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. 6766.
I did not understand that function. You have no voicemail. Press 9.
Oh my god. I messed it up once more.
Keep it real. Max speaking.
What an intro. I love that.
Hi, do you sell a compound of mercury and sulfur?
Mercuric sulfide? Oh, we sure do. How much do you need? First things first. What account's this for?
This is how I sound in my head. This is the actually thing. Actually.
Well, the account number is BH008P, but I'm not sure if we need any.
Well, hello there, Beech Hill. Hey, you're not Sunny June. Whatever happened to that guy? I suppose he caught a ride on a flying saucer, huh? Whatever. I'm sorry. Anyway, you don't need to reorder, do you? Unless you ate last week's shipment for breakfast, that is.
Do you know who placed that order?
The initials on the order are JR.
Joanna, you rapscallion.
So there hasn't been a holdup at the distributor or anything
That's not
like
true,
that?
Ellen.
Hold up. Oh, I don't know where you heard that. We've got enough mercuric sulfide in-house to sink a ship.
You're sure it was last week?
Oh, that's what it says here.
Was the package shipped to the museum?
Oh? Oops, I guess we didn't ship it at all. It looks like the package was picked up here at the warehouse.
Dun dun dun. Not Joanna Rowling. Don't invoke her name here. This is a safe space. Do you see yourself in Nancy sometimes? Sure. We're both very annoying people, and I resonate with that.
Can you remember anything about the person who picked
I
up the
identify with
package?
that.
I sure can't. Guess I must have been at lunch or something.
Well, thanks for your help.
Sure thing. I hope there wasn't any problem with the stuff, was there? We only used the top-grade mercuric sulfide.
Judging by the impression it left, I'd have to agree that
Well, you sound a little green in the chemicals department, if you don't mind my saying so. I hope you know that mercuric sulfide is highly toxic. Makes you crazy.
Aw, dang it. Knew I shouldn't have licked it.
Toxic?
Oh, looks like I've got another call coming in here. You give us a call in about 4 months or so when you start to run out, okie doke? And don't forget to keep it real.
I will. Alright, everyone here keeping it real? T, though. T. Joanna. I don't know why I wandered over here. Just to see if maybe something would happen. Oh.
It's locked.
It's locked. Ah! I'm lost. I'm lost in the ancient Mayan museum. Well, should we confront Joanna about this information? Because Henrik's gone. We have to... Oh! You good, bud?
Henrik!
Is he okay?
Amnesia? Wow. Henrik must have
Oh
taken a real
no!
nosedive off that pyramid. Do you think he just fell, Nancy? Or was he pushed?
Conspiracy.
Sounds like you need to find out about hospital visiting hours. Yeah, but you'd better get the lowdown from Joanna first. George is right. She is your supervisor after all.
That happened. That happened. Are we disputing? Gnocchi is a pasta. How would it not be a pasta? Is that a question? Or, I don't know. There was a double negative going on. I love gnocchi, but that is a potato. Does pasta have to be wheat to be a potato? To be a potato to be pasta? We're about to start a violent fight in the chat. I can feel it. Gnocchi is delicious. I haven't made gnocchi in the longest time. Oops, I didn't mean to go back. Nope, I did. I forgot what I was doing. Just kidding, we should be here. Hey girl. Hey babe, how's it going?
First the Pakal carving is stolen, and now my star glyph man bumps his head and forgets his own name? What's next, Nancy? Del Rio pulls the plug on the monolith, the board clams up on my funding, my mother posts my old prom pictures on the internet.
Oh, I wasn't expecting... We could just stare into each other's eyes for a second. Take it easy, Joanna. It's all gonna be okay.
Take it easy, Joanna. I'm sure everything is going to be okay.
What I need from you right now
Yeah, the
is
gluten-free
action,
gang
not
is rising
commentary,
up in
Nancy.
chat.
Will you follow up with the hospital and see if there's anything we can do to get Henrik's marbles back?
I'll call right away.
You can also pick up Henrik's mail if he gets any. Keep the lab in order and just try to help me keep the entire museum from going up in smoke.
Well, will you pay me now? That's what I thought.
I've got work to do.
See you around.
Kai, I appreciate you immediately backing down. Because I would do the same. Because I do the same when confronted as well. Doop, doop, doop. We need to call the museum. Belongs in a museum. Doop, doop, doop. The hospital number here.
You have voicemail.
Voicemail.
This message is for Nancy Drew. Hi, Nancy. This is Nurse Bluefoot calling from Eleanor
Nurse
Roosevelt
Bluefoot?
Memorial Hospital in
He sounds
regards
hot.
to Henrik Vanderheum. I believe you're a colleague of his. Since Mr. Vanderheun was admitted, he has repeated your name several times in states of semi-consciousness. As we've been unable to contact any of his family members, we're hoping you might be willing to act as Henrik.
Why is that?
Difficult process of restoring his memory. Please call me as soon as possible to discuss this. My direct line is 202-555-4000. Thank you.
To replay messages, press 0. Press 9 for an outside line.
Quick, someone else give a bad take so we can bully. And yeah, it's too bad. Intrepid isn't here to to talk about Chaperone some more. Let's see. 555. Uh-oh. Oops. I keep messing up. 5554000. Did I write it down wrong?
This is Nurse Bluefoot.
Do you consider grits soup? Okay, so when we went to Memphis, I got grits. Of course, at a breakfast place we went to. I forgot how much I love grits, and I have been craving it ever since. Oh my god. Because I've never actually made it at home. I exclusively get it like when we're out at like a sort of southern breakfast place. I can just make it at home. We live in a free society, and I really want to. I really do.
I'm calling in regard to a recently admitted
Love
patient.
grits. Love grits.
Vanderheun?
Patient information is confidential. Are you a family member?
Babe, you called me. You left a voicemail.
No, I'm a colleague of Henrik's. Nancy Drew is my name.
Nancy Drew? Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, HIPAA doesn't matter, I guess, at this point.
We've been unable to locate any family members, and we do like amnesia patients to have at least one personal support person when they begin reality orientation.
And we picked the 18-year-old unpaid intern. Perfect.
Can you explain the amnesia?
Henrik is suffering from an acute case of post-traumatic retrograde amnesia. At the moment, he is unable to recall
dinner
even
grits.
the most basic autobiographical facts, from his name and address to his birthday and shoe size. He can't access the details of his personal history or events leading up to his accident.
Post-traumatic? Nancy never hearing of post-traumatic stress.
Has he lost his memory for good?
Henrik has not actually lost his memory. It's just that his brain is injured in such a way that he can't access the place where the memories are stored.
I see. So we need to help him find the trail of crumbs. Is that it?
Exactly. First, we do repetitive memory exercises to help Henrik relearn the basic facts like his name and address, the name of his parakeet, if he has one, the date, and so on. Second, we try to stimulate Henrik's sensory memories in order to help trigger or find the way back to his cognitive memories.
What are sensory memories?
A sensory memory is like it sounds, something that is familiar, that you recognize by sight or touch, smell or sound or... Oh, what is that last one? Oh yes, taste. A cognitive memory.
Oh my god,
is
so
something
much
that
text.
You know or remember intellectually. For example, how do you know the name of this planet? Somewhere along the way you learn that it's called Earth, and you just remember. But say you bump your head and forget the name of this planet. You don't know where in the solar system you're floating.
Yikes!
Exactly.
Yikes!
But then I show you a picture of our marvelous blue and green globe. Suddenly you remember. That glorious sight is Earth. I live on the planet Earth. This is how a sensory memory can trigger a cognitive or intellectual one.
I love this nurse's vibe, by the way. Living in South Texas is worth it only for the Mexican food. I don't really remember the food when we lived in Texas because I was only 5 when we moved. But I know my parents really miss the Tex-Mex as well. I mean, they're from California, so they're also just accustomed to Mexican food too. They're very picky about the Mexican food they get on the East Coast. And they're always like, I don't know where to find good stuff around here. And I'm like, you can find it. There's plenty of Hispanic people on the East Coast too. You just have to actually look for it. You're not gonna find it in like a random gentrified suburb, you know? At least not a good one.
I still don't understand where I come in.
You can't help Henrik remember his childhood, but you can probably help him remember his work. And who knows where that will take him. All roads lead to Rome, as they say. One great tool is the Reality Orientation Board.
We're getting info
This
dumped
place
tonight.
Post information and pictures for the patient to look at over a period of time. You may want to bring in images or photos to place on the board. Things from the museum, perhaps.
Is Henrik awake right now?
Not at the moment. We're keeping him under close observation.
I see. Well, when are visiting hours?
Visiting hours are 10 to 4
10 to
every day,
4.
if
Gotta write
the
that
patient
down.
is not engaged in treatment and if he seems stable.
Stable how?
Just remember, Henrik's brain has been knocked around like a peanut in its shell.
God.
He may have attention difficulties, headaches, anxiety. Sometimes he may seem giddy, too. We need to keep these conditions in check. Don't push him too hard, or he may have some kind of meltdown.
Doop, doop. Spaghetti squash is crazy. I used to be really into spaghetti squash in college. Well, my mom would make it sometimes growing up. But I used to like it in college because you could get a spaghetti squash pretty cheap and it made like a ton. But it's also, I didn't make it well. I would literally just like roast it, take it out, and then plop some like pre-made marinara sauce on it. So it wasn't that good. It wasn't that great. If I'm gonna return to spaghetti squash, I'd have to do it better.
Thanks for the warning, Nurse Bluefoot.
Be well.
Nurse Bluefoot has some good vibes, that's for sure. Well, it's 12 to 4. Surely we can just visit him now. Even though they said that he wasn't stable, I might as well try. Hey,
You
hello.
look familiar.
Ah,
Is it time for my snack?
have opinions changed now that the mask is off? Hot or not? That line, I don't think it did him any favors.
Hi, Henrik. I'm Nancy. We met at Beech Hill before your head injury.
Beech Hill?
Oh my god. So much
Beech
information.
Hill is a museum here in Washington, D.C. Before your accident, you were working there on some important Maya glyph translations. Do you remember anything about that project?
I don't even remember my
Stop
own
yelling.
birthday. So if you're here to squeeze me for details,
I
you're wasting
don't
your time.
even remember. Hotchkiss, speaking of Utah cuisine, I want to know, do you go to those soda shops where they seem to put whipped cream and syrup into like already sweet sodas? I mean, first of all, I want to go to Utah because there's all these cool national parks. I really want to try one of those disgusting, like weird Red Bull concoctions they make. You make your own. I fell down a rabbit hole a long time ago on TikTok of the Utah soda shops where they make the most deadly drinks. And I'm like, this can't be better than just having a little coffee, guys. This can't be better. I feel like we've talked about this before. Perhaps. You know, in my old age, I'm forgetting the conversations or just repeating myself.
Actually, Nurse Bluefoot thinks with regular visits, I may be able to help you get your memory back more quickly.
How, pray tell, do you intend to do that?
I'll visit, we'll talk. Sometimes I'll bring you pictures.
Pictures? Well, isn't this nice?
Isn't it caffeine, totally, that they're against in Mormonism? But there are, like, caffeine-free sodas. Because I remember it was a big scandal when BYU introduced soda machines on their campus. It depends on who you ask, I see. Some people are no caffeine at all. It's hot drinks which the main Mormon church interprets as caffeinated beverages or coffee and tea. Some say it's not hot caffeine, which is actually just no coffee or tea. So what I'm hearing is iced coffee, under some interpretations, might be okay. Yeah, I feel like the spirit of substituting coffee with another source of caffeine is it's not in the same spirit, but also it's not my religion, so, you know, I'm not going to stop them.
Come on, Henrik. You'll feel much better once things start coming back to you. I've got a picture with me if you'd like to give it a try.
Fine, I'll do it.
It's an enigma.
Okay, here we go. These symbols mean the magician suffers yellow death.
Your translator is sloppy. I should know. I am the author of the original work.
The author? What are you talking about?
That first glyph is the fool, not the magician. Furthermore, any decent
That's not correct,
epigrapher
Ellen.
knows those glyphs refer to the infamous plague of oozing hives. A fitting curse for a fool, don't you think? I rather like it.
Henrik, this note was found at a crime scene.
Henrik!
Are you telling me you left it there?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I'm investigating the theft of the Pakal carving. Please, Henrik.
Please, Henrik, stop being amnesiac.
Who in the world is Pakal? Oh, my head. Oh, the pressure. I can't take any more today, Nancy.
Okay, it's time for some memory therapy. Nancy, could you come back tomorrow?
He passed. Also, we should definitely save. We made a lot of progress. Well, he seems to be doing just fine, huh? Yeah, I mean, I also grew up in the Christian faith, so I am no stranger to weird, inconsistent rules. That's how it goes.
Any news?
I need a photo of the Pakal carving. Do you have one?
Joanna took the official print for her insurance claim, but I have a couple extras. Here you go.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
My god,
Any
thanks for the pep
news?
talk.
There was an incident at the museum. Henrik is in the hospital with a head injury.
Poor Henrik. Another squabble between him and Joanna, perhaps? Oh, I'm kidding, but I do remember the time she threatened to push him in the pond. Temper, temper, I'm always telling her.
Tea.
I better get going.
Thanks for stopping by.
So you're telling me Joanna has a reputation for shoving people around? I mean, good for her. Good for her. Can Mormons not have chocolate? Is that a rule? I don't remember that being a rule. It's a shame Carissa isn't here because they're ex-Mo and would probably know better answers to this. Valid. Our resident Nancy Drew expert can only be expected to know so much. Doot doot doot. That sounded sarcastic, but it wasn't. The Colonial Hotel is crazy. The Colonial Hotel is on theme. I grew up Baptist. I'm still spiritual in some ways, but I've also deconstructed a lot. I feel like I'm at a similar place. I was also raised Baptist. But I think the real scandal will be if and when I have kids, I like don't plan on raising them like connected to any organized religion, and I just know there's gonna be a stink about that from my extended family. I just know there's gonna be a stink about that. What am I doing, by the way? Just sleeping for 24 hours. Am I the only one who raised Catholic? In the eyes of a Baptist, that's basically Satanism. Catholicism, Satanism, basically the same thing. I had friends growing up who were Catholic. My mom was raised Catholic. My mom just doesn't really care about the distinctions between different Christianity, so we were raised Baptist. Doop, 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 doop. Oh, it's not visiting hours. It's not visiting hours. Rift in Time was also raised Catholic. I remember I was jealous of my Catholic friends because they got new names in middle school, and I was pretty jealous of that. Like is it their christening, where you get to pick your own new name? I thought that was sick. We didn't get anything fun like that. Confirmation, thank you. I was like, I thought christening was for the babies. I was baptized Catholic, but I wouldn't say I was raised Catholic. I might have been baptized Catholic too, actually. I don't remember. I don't remember. I was a baby. Obviously, I don't remember. I do remember there being drama, my mom told me after the fact, about my baptism. So my parents are from California. They're the woke mob from California. But they moved to Georgia for my dad's work. Like maybe a year before I was born. And so my mom wanted to have a baptism for me when I was a baby. And she wanted my aunt and uncle to be my godparents. But the thing is, my aunt and uncle still lived on the West Coast. And, like, they were all young at the time and didn't have a lot of money. And so they couldn't afford to fly my aunt and uncle out for my baptism. And so I guess my mom went and spoke to the priest beforehand and was like, hey, can we have, like, a stand-in person at the ceremony for, like, to be the godparents, but like they're not going to be the official godparents, if that makes sense. And I guess the priest she spoke to was like, sure, that makes sense. But then on the day of my baptism, so the people who were standing in were like my dad's work friends, and a different priest walks in to do the baptism, and he's like, okay, godparents, come forward. And my mom's like, oh, well, these aren't technically the godparents, but here you go. And the priest starts yelling at my mom. The priest starts yelling at my mom and is like, well, if they actually cared about being her godparents, they would be here. And like my mom starts crying. She was so upset about it. And so actually I found out when I was like 21 that my godparent was some random guy from Georgia, because my parents ended up moving back to Georgia and they were like, oh, we got dinner with your godparents. And I was like, who? And my mom was like, I don't want to talk about it. And so my mom just didn't bother getting a Catholic baptism with my sister because she was like so upset about that experience. So what a dick. If I wasn't a baby, I would have beat that guy up.
Well,
no one yells at my mom.
Look who it is.
No one yells at my mom.
Ready to do some memory work, Henrik? I brought you a picture. This will help you to remember.
That face. He's as familiar as my own feet.
Do you know his name?
Pakal! Nancy, this is the stolen carving, isn't it? And I'm the one who took it. I must have. But why? Oh, Pakal! What could I have meant by this?
Think, Henrik, think.
Where's the carving now?
I can't remember.
My favorite memory of Catholic Church was once when a priest was giving a sermon about how abortion is bad because children are a blessing and babies and miracles and such. A baby started crying and the priest stops and stares at the mother and goes, "Please remove the child," and then kept going. Oh my God. No. No. Oh, I don't have godparents? Do the rest of y'all raised Protestant have godparents? Is it less of a thing for Protestants, or were my parents just weird? I think godparents are a Catholic thing. Like, I think I had godparents because my mom was raised Catholic, and then because we moved around, my mom just wasn't as picky about which church we attended. Yeah, I don't think godparents are a Protestant thing. Yeah. Because my mom is more of like I say I was raised Baptist, but my mom, to be clear, is like a progressive Christian. And, because I remember she also got upset when my Baptist school, or my Sunday school, that's the word, they tried to teach us that like evolution wasn't real. And she was like, that ain't it. That ain't it. My mom raised me to sort of have the belief that that religions are like languages, and they're all sort of like talking about the same thing of like peace and love and being kind to one another. And as long as you're making an effort to be a good person and being kind to the people around you, like, you're good. Because that was the other thing of like Christianity, is I was like terrified of going to hell, and my mom was like, simmer down. It's okay. It's okay. Love my mom. Love my mom.
Easy, Henrik. The answers are in your head.
She kept the religious trauma in check.
It's still in the museum.
Are you sure, Henrik? Did you plan to sell the Pakal on the black market?
To protect him. I had to protect him. Oh, Pakal. Something is going on at that museum, a devious plot. I was the only one who could stand in the way.
Okay, so Henrik stole the thing to protect the thing, is what I'm getting.
What kind of plot?
Forgive me, Nancy, but when I woke up in this hospital bed, I didn't even know my own name. Perhaps the only thing I can offer you is this key. It was found in one of my pockets when I was brought in.
Balls.
Balls. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Do you know what lock it belongs to?
I haven't a clue. Take the key now, Nancy. Find out what it opens and return to me, please, with some answers.
Wasn't there the thing in the storage room?
You can count on me, Henrik.
In the meantime, I'll sit with my friend Pakal and see if he will tell me anything new. You must keep this to yourself for now. It's your only hope of getting to the bottom of this.
He has amnesia, so there's no point in asking him questions.
I'll do my best.
I'll do my best. Me too. Me too. Do. Let me see. I'm sorry, I've done the Ashley thing of playing a silly Nancy game and then having everyone talk about their religious trauma. I hope it's not a bummer for any of y'all. Ooh. Do not know the passcode for that. But I appreciate all y'all sharing as well. This? No. I really thought I did something with that. I really thought I did something with that. Maybe Henrik's desk? Let me look at this. Oh, the ham radio. I don't think we have to do anything with that yet, surely. Honestly, it's kind of nice to commiserate. I feel that. I feel that.
It's locked.
Oh, it's got to be for this. There we go. Number stations. Oh my god, this font. 2050 transmits a series of 5 digits in Spanish, with each transmission starting with... Okay. Write down the last 3 digits. Alright, this is a puzzle. Put a 0 at the end. Yeah. We're not doing this just yet. Password is the Nahuatl word for snake. Enter it in Morse code and they'll confirm by voice, then send a code word. Leche. Send the item immediately. Okay.
Looks like I need to find someone who speaks Nahuatl.
Alright, we're gonna need to find a sexy multilingual man and stat. Translation notes. Okay, yeah, this is stuff for later, I think. Perfect. Perfect. Alright. Alejandro. Man, that's a catchy song. It's a good song. Lady Gaga cooked with that one. Hot take? Lady Gaga, good. God, we're right by the Pentagon. Well, I guess that makes sense for the Mexican consulate.
Buenos dias.
I need to know the Nahuatl word for snake. Can you help me?
What do you need that word for?
Oh, I need it to send a message by ham radio. It's a long story.
Mr. President, another Nancy has hit the Pentagon.
Remember the word for snake. I hear you have been a great help to Henrik. I wonder if you can help me improve my memory too.
My gosh, what a sly little guy.
What are you talking about, Alejandro?
I am almost certain that the provenance documents for the Pakal carving were falsified. I have asked Joanna to see the documents, but she evades me. If you can find that file in her office and bring it to me, I think it might help my memory of Nahuatl a lot.
What makes you think they were falsified?
In Mexico, it is common knowledge that the carving was stolen from Pakal's tomb when it was
My leg
first
muscles are so
excavated,
tight.
but no one
Ow.
has been able to prove it. If I can determine that the provenance documents are a fraud, this will be the first major step toward legal repatriation of the artwork, whenever and wherever it resurfaces.
Nice.
Okay, Alejandro. I'll see what I can do.
I feel my Nahuatl coming back to me already. Do you know what Sihuapili means? Princess or lady. Now, if only I could remember the word for snake.
Thanks, babe.
Do you know what cinnabar is?
The red powder that the Maya used? Sure, I know it. They use it at Beech Hill too, do they not?
Cinnabar was used to make the red handprint that was left at the scene of the Pakal theft.
What is your point?
But Nahuatl is for Aztecs and Maya is for Mayans?
I think Joanna may have been less than...
Where are Aztecs
Have you called the police?
from?
I don't want to jump to conclusions.
Of
I know
course.
South America, but...
Sister
Or
Joanna
Central?
couldn't possibly be a thief
Central
now,
America?
could she?
Yeah, this game is not great about culture. Listen, it's close and... Edutainment.
I should get back to the museum.
Aztecs are Mexico. Okay. So he's talking about having things that aren't from his culture repatriated. Okay. Yeah, I see the problem there. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Hi, Magical Maddie. Mayas are from the south part of Mexico? Are they both from Mexico then? Who knows? Goose got up to be mischievous. That's never good. I'll tell you what, that's never good. God, the Beech Hill Museum is so far on the red line. Who's coming all the way out here? Barely even in the city anymore. Oh, we need to go to Joanna's office. Mayans were in Mexico, Guatemala, and Colombia. Okay, so they could be correct. About Alejandro, I suppose. Oh, it'd be a shame if someone snooped through your stuff. Oh, that's all we can look at. Bowl. Some ordering sheets. Ooh, what's that? Oh, we can't take that. What's that? Key of some kind? Yeah, what happened to those precious rules, Nancy? Fourth Amendment doesn't apply to private actors like Nancy Drew. What can we click on? Can we click on any of these? Oh. King Pakal. 1940, Los Angeles, California. Sold by Serpentine to Felix and Miranda Peterson. Okay. All seems on the up and up, I suppose. Both passed away this summer in the heat wave. Rest in peace. I guess everything looks fine. $1 million, though. Somehow, again, less than I would have thought, but this game was 20 years ago, so. Can we look through any of the other files? Nope. Why? Why would we? Oh, confirmed Gary Hoffman is a white man. Oh. You know, Hispanic people, you can be from Mexico and be white. Also, but Mayans didn't use Nahuatl because they didn't like Aztecs. Nobody likes those guys. Plus, Mayan civilizations were originated before Aztecs, so Mayan is older than Nahuatl, the Aztec language. Okay, yeah. I see. So it wouldn't make sense that Henrik was making codes in Nahuatl. Well, I guess he could be interested in Aztec stuff too, but this is the Mayan museum. It's definitely a fuck up on her part. You're right. There's no denying it. Great quote. Additional voice abilities: English, Scottish, Irish, Texas South, New York, Spanish, French, German, Indian, Old Prospector, Surfer Dude, Mini Monster, Flaming Introvert, Wannabe Rapper, and Disgusted Teenage Daughter. This man has incredible range. I want to hear... Just like Lonnie, he can play any age, any gender, any race. Does he have a sample on his website like Lonnie? I want to hear all of those. Yeah, never forget Lonnie's African storyteller voice recording. Oh my god. Oh, her interactive. I'd say never change, but perhaps change is necessary. See, the secret sauce is, in Mystery of the Seven Keys, they just didn't have any people of color. They had one person of color show up at like the end credits who was like a phone contact, and barely a phone contact.
Hello,
everybody else was just white Europeans.
Special delivery for me, I hope?
That way they can avoid avoid the white voice actor controversy, perhaps.
Here's your file, as requested.
Oh, I had to give it to him.
Good work, my friend. I suppose you would like something in return?
A deal's a deal.
The Nahuatl word for snake is coatl. C-O-A-T-L.
Muchas gracias. Gotta go.
Adios, Nancy.
Adios. In a lot of games, it seems Bess's voice actress was a black woman. I didn't know that. Bess's voice, well, Bess's voice has had a lot of changes over the years. But you know what's crazy? And Snuggly pointed this out on a couple of her streams. Bess and George have not even been mentioned in any of the Nancy Drew games since Shattered Medallion. So they were like, it's been like 10 years since Bess and George have even been acknowledged. Which one was Shattered Medallion, by the way? There were like 5 games after that, and Bess and George are just nowhere to be seen all of a sudden. I don't think Bess and George made it out of New Zealand. Someone's got to check in on them. Gotta head out. Have a good night, everyone. Well, you know what, Ragnarok? I don't know if I want to do the ham radio thing just yet, so I might sign off as well. But dare I say, I feel like we made excellent progress tonight. If Ragnarok's leaving, I'm leaving too. If Ragnarok's not here, what's the point? Oh, I should actually save it with the ham radio thing. We did learn a lot, unfortunately. Do-do-do. Do-do. Have we done any puzzles? Oh, yes, we have. Yeah, I guess we have. Listen, I never claimed that this was the best Nancy Drew game. I never claimed this was the best. But the good news is, because it's an older one, it doesn't have puzzles that make my mind absolutely reel like some of the newer ones. My baby brain can handle it. Doop, doop, doop. Alright, so we gotta do the ham radio thing. And then I know there's a bunch of like trivia minigame stuff we have to do. But I feel like... I don't know. I feel like we can finish it next week. I think. This won't be a 5-parter, dare I say. Oh my god, the basketball game. We still have to play the... What's it called? The game you play with Jane in Blackmore Manor. With like the Mayan warriors. What's that one called? We have to play that. Bowl. We have to play that. We have so many atrocious minigames to play next week, so we'll have that to look forward to. Where is the cat suit? Budget cuts. Budget cuts. It affects us all, unfortunately. Alright, folks. Well, I had a good time despite some of the things that were said and done in this game. I had a good time hanging out with y'all and indulging in some Olympics drama as well. The real catsuit was the friends we made along the way, exactly. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. I hope you have a good rest of your evening, good weekend. Like I said, I'm going to visit my friend this weekend, so hopefully I'll have some fun stories on the way back. But yeah, I'll see y'all later, okay? Bye.